the epic journey of Sidem Öztürk and Vybz Kartel. How does a Kurdish-born social worker from Turkey fall head over heels for Jamaica's most polarizing dancehall star while he's locked behind bars? It's the kind of story that feels more like a screenplay than real life. Yet in the shadows of concrete prison walls and across thousands of miles of ocean, a love story unfolded. One so raw, so resilient, and so unexpected that it captivated both the dancehall world and romantics around the globe. This is not just a tale of love. It's a chronicle of faith, grit, sacrifice, and defiance. This is the journey of Sidem Öztürk and Vybz Kartel, a love that was born in chains but now walks free. Before her name ever echoed through the streets of Kingston or ignited debates among Gaza fans, Sidem Öztürk lived a quiet, purpose-driven life in London. Born in Turkey into a Kurdish family, Sidem moved to the UK at a young age. Her upbringing was grounded in education, resilience, and a deep compassion for others. She pursued her academic interests in psychology, philosophy, and sociology, later taking on the noble role of a social worker. She worked with vulnerable adults and children in some of London's toughest boroughs, navigating systems designed to marginalize and stigmatize. That world of regulations, emotional labor, and endless compassion could not have felt further away from the bombastic, often scandalous universe of dancehall music. But love knows no borders. First connection through the music. It all began with the music. Like many around the globe, Sidem found herself drawn to the lyrical genius of Adidja Palmer, the man the world knows as Vybz Kartel. His raw honesty, unfiltered expression, and ability to reflect the complexities of Jamaican society struck a deep chord. Around 2015, she decided to write him a letter, just a simple message of admiration. Kartel, imprisoned at the time for a high-profile murder conviction, responded. What started as a casual fan letter exchange soon turned into a deep, emotional correspondence. They shared thoughts, poems, philosophies, frustrations, and laughter through ink and paper. Through monitored phone calls and careful communication, their connection evolved. Sidem wasn't just captivated by his fame. She was enamored by the man behind the persona, the thinker, the poet, the father, the misunderstood artist, crossing oceans for love. By 2019, Sidem took a leap that shocked many. She traveled to Jamaica to meet Kartel in person at the Tower Street Adult Correctional Center. It was a bold move, one that raised eyebrows among family and friends back in the UK. You're flying to a foreign country to visit a convicted murderer you've never met in person, they asked, but love doesn't care for convention. When Sidem laid eyes on Kartel for the first time during a supervised visit, it wasn't just about validation. It was a moment of emotional gravity. They had already shared so much through letters and calls. Now they were breathing the same air, talking face to face, smiling, laughing, connecting. She continued to visit him regularly. She even relocated to Jamaica to be closer to him, a decision that stunned her community and ignited whispers across social media. Their relationship evolved quickly, albeit privately. At first, they called each other hubby and wifey, playful terms of endearment common among couples. But one day, Kartel decided it was time to level up, as Sidem later recalled. He said, "We're heading toward marriage, so you calling me hubby or me calling you wifey is not serious enough. So you're my fiancé. We're going to get married." It was unconventional, yet deeply sincere, an engagement that wasn't sealed with a ring, but with intent, And when Kartel went public in a 2022 interview with Fox 5 New York, smiling from behind prison glass as he called her my queen, the world took notice. Their love story became an instant lightning rod for public opinion. Some admired it as a modern-day Romeo and Juliet saga, two lovers defying impossible odds. Others dismissed it as delusional or opportunistic. Critics accused Sidem of chasing clout or being manipulated by a charismatic, controversial figure. Some even labeled her a homewrecker, fiercely loyal to Kartel's longtime partner, Tanesha "Shorty" Johnson, the mother of his children, including little Vybz and little Addie. But Sidem never once lashed out publicly. She didn't engage with trolls or try to defend her choices on social media. Instead, she doubled down on her private loyalty. She focused on building a life of love and patience, waiting on her man. To many Gaza fans, especially younger women, she became a quiet symbol of devotion, a ride or die in the purest form. For nearly a decade, the couple navigated the cruel architecture of prison love. Their moments were fleeting: monitored visits, 20-minute calls, strict security, and endless bureaucracy. But their emotional intimacy grew. Kartel wrote her letters filled with love and poetry. She supported his creative projects, his legal battles, and even his business ideas. She cooked his favorite dishes and brought them during visits. She became a vital support system, spiritually and emotionally. In many ways, she helped him survive his darkest years, the freedom shockwave. In 2025, the impossible happened. Kartel's conviction was overturned on appeal due to major issues with evidence tampering and due process. The world watched in disbelief as the dancehall titan walked out a free man after more than a decade behind bars. And who was waiting for him on the outside? Sidem Öztürk. Their reunion was quiet and emotional, just as they dreamed during those countless nights apart. But Kartel wasn't done yet. Just days after his release, in a private hotel suite surrounded by soft music and glowing candles, he dropped to one knee and proposed for the second time. This time, for real. He posted the moment on Instagram, flashing the ring and captioning it. "It's official. I proposed in prison, but I proposed in real life." Fans were floored. Many who once doubted the sincerity of their bond now stood corrected. Others remained skeptical. But it didn't matter. Sidem had waited. Kartel had followed through. Love had won. Today, Sidem and Kartel are navigating life as a couple in the spotlight. They've launched a YouTube channel that gives fans a candid look at their new life, complete with vlogs, Q&A sessions, throwback stories, and heartfelt reflections. They discuss topics like mental health, trust, forgiveness, the justice system, and, of course, music. Kartel, now free, is wasting no time re-establishing his legacy. New music is in the works. Book deals are being discussed. Public appearances are making headlines. And through it all, Sidem is there, not just as a partner, but as an integral part of the Kartel brand's re-emergence. Sidem's own path. Though her relationship defines much of her public story, Sidem Öztürk is not just Kartel's woman. She continues to explore her own passions, from mental health advocacy to women's empowerment. Sources close to the couple say she's planning to launch a podcast focusing on women who love unconventionally, sharing stories of partners who held it down during incarcerations, immigration battles, or long-distance struggles. There are whispers of a memoir, a possible Netflix documentary, and maybe even a wedding special. But Sidem moves quietly. She's not in it for the flash. She never was. In a world that often sees relationships as transactional and fleeting, Sidem and Kartel's bond is a reminder of something older, deeper, and less understood. A love forged not in luxury, but in limitation. Not in celebration, but in solitude. She loved him when he had nothing but bars and ink. He loved her when the world saw her as a stranger. And now they're building something new, together. As Vybz Kartel steps back into the music industry, reconnects with his children, and reignites his creative fire, fans wonder what comes next for this unexpected power couple. Whatever the future holds, one thing's for sure. Their journey has already made history in the worlds of dancehall and beyond. Sidem and Kartel's story isn't for the faint-hearted. It challenges what we think we know about loyalty, judgment, and the power of human connection. It's gritty, unpredictable, and yes, controversial. And in an age where so much is fake and fleeting, that makes their love story worth telling. So what do you think? Is this one of the greatest love stories dancehall has ever seen? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a beat from Gaza's most unforgettable saga.